everyone, my name is Chelsea and I'm here to talk to you today about gun safety rules brought to you by the ladies of Delta Zeta. Helping me out with my guns today is my friend Ashley.
Hi everybody.
First I'd like to talk to you about the different parts of a gun. We're going to start with the semi-automatic.
Thank you. You're welcome.
In general, all your guns are going to have three basic parts. The area in which the gun receives the shell is called the lock right here. And the end of the gun, as well as the forearm, is called the stock. And then up here we have the barrel, and most importantly, the muzzle, right there at the top. For the semi-automatic, you're going to load your shells right here, and then once you put your shell in the chamber, you're going to steady the gun and go ahead and press this lever right here. It's going to be loud, just like that. Once the chamber is closed, you're ready to shoot. And to open it again, you just want to pull back like that and make sure you have a firm grip.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next we're going to talk about the pump. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, so what makes the pump different is after you go ahead and load the shell in the chamber, you have to physically pump the gun in order to make it ready to shoot, like so. Once the chamber is shut, you're ready to shoot, and when you're ready to load another bullet, use this button right here, go ahead and press it down, and pull it back open again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And lastly, we're going to talk about the hinge gun. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, so what makes the hinge different, you're going to notice there's no chamber on the outside here. So in order to load a shell, you're going to want to push this lever to the side and split it open, just like that. So the shells can be loaded right here. And when using any of these guns, it's really important to make sure that you're carrying them safely. If you have a hinge gun such as this or any other type of over and under, you can have it popped open and you can carry it over your arm, like so. Or you can even place it over your shoulder and make sure that your hand is on the barrel and that its muzzle is pointing towards the ground. Now I'll show you how to properly handle the semi-automatic. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, with the semi-automatic, the most important thing to remember when you're carrying it around the range is that the chamber is open, facing away from you so that everyone else on the range can see that the gun is safe, and you want to keep the barrel and the muzzle pointed upwards over your head. Now that we've talked about the different types of guns, their parts, and how to carry them safely, I'm going to show you how to pass the gun from one person to another with my friend Anna. Again, we want to have the chamber open, facing outwards. You're going to want to put one hand over the trigger area and another hand on the stock like this. When exchanging the gun, you extend it, and then to ensure that the other person has control of the gun, they're going to say thank you, and you'll say you're welcome and release the gun, like so.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll show you one more time just to be clear. Anna's going to place one hand over the trigger and the other on the stock and hand me the gun. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just like that. Simple.
Hi, it's Anna again, and I'm going to be going over some gun safety rules with you. Number 1, you are the most important safety factor on the range. Number 2, always keep the muzzle pointed in a safe direction. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You can keep the muzzle pointed up, pointed down, or downrange. You're welcome. Number 3, do not load the gun until you're ready to shoot. Number 4, keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Number 5, once you're on the line, always stay facing downrange until everyone is finished shooting. Number 6, no cross-talking while on the line. The only talking that's permitted at this point is between the range safety officer and the shooter. And lastly, anyone is allowed to call ceasefire if they believe that shooting should be stopped. For example, on this range, anytime there's an overhead aircraft, ceasefire is the perfect opportunity at that point. Now Chelsea and Ashley will go over the perfect stance.
Hey guys, it's Chelsea and Ashley again. Now that Anna's talked to you about how to stay safe on the range, I'm going to go over the proper stance and how to mount your gun. Ashley's going to help me here. First, what we need to do is establish Ashley's eye dominance. So Ashley, what I'm going to need you to do is make a small triangle with your hands. Now focus that triangle right over my nose. And just draw your hands back close to your face and see which eye your hands go over. Ashley's right eye dominant. So now that we know that, I'm going to get the gun and I'm going to show Ashley how to properly mount the gun. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. All right. So we want to start. Ashley, you want to stand feet shoulder width apart. Okay. And you're going to take your left leg, because she's right arm dominant, and pull it out. All right. And have a slight bend in the leg. Next, we want to put the stock of the gun right up to your shoulder. So go ahead and raise the gun up. Okay. And you want to make sure that your finger is again off the trigger. And this hand right here is about in the middle of the stock with your pointer finger pointed out. Ashley is going to make sure that the stock of the gun is firmly in her shoulder, and she's going to lower her cheekbone down onto the stock. It's important that that's very tight to prevent injuries. Now, with her focus on the end of the muzzle, she's going to bend her left knee forward and lower the gun down. Her elbows are staying up, right, and her cheek and her shoulder should just tighten even further on the stock of the gun. As you can see, Ashley has maintained a very straight back, and she has about 60% of her weight on her leg there. Now, she's ready to shoot.
Hey y'all, it's Lauren, and I'm here once again with our lovely assistant Ashley, and we're just going to take a minute to go over how scoring will be conducted during today's competition. Here we have an example of a score sheet with the shooters' names listed down the side. I got really lucky today, and I made my first shot, which is indicated with a single slash going through the box. Anna, on the other hand, obviously needed a little bit more practice, and she ended up missing her bird. All misses will be recorded with a goose egg. After a miss, the scorekeeper will also yell out "lost." It is at this time that anyone on the range may challenge the call. Though all challenges will be considered, it is ultimately up to the scorekeeper to make the final decision. After 5 rounds have been shot, all shooters will unload their guns and the line will rotate. During rotation, the scorekeeper will yell out how many hits every shooter had during that round, or during that set. After all 25 rounds have been played, everyone has the opportunity to review their scorecard and initial next to their name, which finalizes their score. Also make sure on your way out you grab a release form and sign it, and get your hand stamped.
Wait guys, don't forget your eyewear and earwear. It's available in the pro shop if you forgot it.
Congratulations, you have now successfully made it through orientation. Now the games begin.